This episode is brought to you by Indie Film Hustle TV, the world's first streaming service dedicated to filmmakers, screenwriters, and content creators. Learn more at indiefilmhustle.tv. Now, what are some of the bad habits you picked up at film school?
Numerous ones. Look, it's a whole new world. When I went through film school, that's like ancient history now. People these days, I think, YouTube is people's film school. And that can also teach you some very bad habits, I think, as well. I hope you're not teaching anyone bad habits.
I'm only teaching people how to survive and thrive in the business, sir. I do not teach the latest camera gear. Yeah, I'm not teaching the latest camera gear and things like that. That's not my bag.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Because it's a bit of a trap these days that because you can shoot on your phone and cut on your computer and stuff, and that's all. It's fantastic. I mean, in my day, I had to save up, my dollars to buy a little cartridge of Super 8 film and wait for it to be processed in some other city and mailed back to me and stuff.
Right.
These days with such accessibility to the technology that makes film, that's got its own fair share of traps as well. But in my day, I guess the bad habits that were taught to me, I mean, they were numerous, and I was being taught by, sort of at that time, experienced industry professionals who weren't really working in the industry anymore. They started teaching and working as lecturers there. And I guess they were teaching us stuff, the old school way of doing stuff. And a lot of that was how to sort of conform to the film industry and how to find your niche in the traditional old-fashioned, old-school film industry,
Right.
And of course, in Australia, that usually meant you go and work for a TV station, shooting news footage or something, incredibly tedious like that, we were all, you were young and wanting to take over the world, and we wanted to be directors. We wanted to make films, so. I sort of quickly broke away from that model. I still subscribe to that. I still go, well, if you want to make a film, just make it. Don't wait for someone to sanction you or your budget or your story. Just get out there and do it. And so even in those days, that was my attitude. Even when there was no money, and you had to scrap enough footage to shoot anything. So that, I guess that was, in a way, that's a good habit that was taught to me through bad habits in film school, and I think it still holds true to today,